Now, our next step is the sun, moon, and ascendant, just to look at them. The sun is in Leo, moon is in Aries, and the ascendant is in Cancer. So when we're looking at this, we think they're all on the daylight is greater half. So certainly the I-me sense is far stronger than the we us. I need to be secure. I need to be secure, that moon. And I'm a Leo who needs to be secure. Ta-da, let me do this. I'll do this for you. Let me take care of this. This is the sun, moon, Leo. The fire, if you're counting the 2 points for the sun, moon, this is 4 points for fire and 1 point for water. So just the three main categories of fire and the water. There's that the personality ascendant is going to be Cancer, so it's going to have a sensitive personality. But that personality is going to be tied into the moon. So the sensitivity of the Cancer ascendant is immediately going to go identify to what the moon needs or what is needed for security. And then the fire of the sun and moon is going to go for it. So in fact, the sun and the moon are kind of pushing the fire, and the reflectiveness of Cancer is swept away in their energy. It feeds into their energy. It wouldn't necessarily go much against it. Now, so we got 3 points cardinal, 2. No, you see cardinal and the fixed. You don't see any mutable in the sun, moon, ascendant. You don't. So you're going to have a determined driving person by the first impression. And we're not seeing the communication of the air. We're not seeing the practicality of Earth as being accentuated. So on this side, it's not communicated, not practical. It's going to be enthusiastic, like energy, like adventure, like to do things, make things happen, follow her instincts, go for it. If it's a need for security, if it's a need for a hobby, there's that driving influence here. So this is a dynamic, dramatic person, individual, me. Strongest, all of the 3 points, very self-centered. So she's going to push for what she feels is needed. Not going to respond so well to others, but she'll push to make things happen. And when she's in a relationship, she'll be content. If someone just accepts her and lets her prove things to him, she'll be happy. She wants to prove things. She needs to prove things. As soon as she's not allowed to express her moon, she can't go back to the past, she can't go to that, it's going to affect her ascendant, and she's going to be challenged to bring out her sun. But really this fire is what we're seeing here, the enthusiastic, fiery, active person. And I wouldn't take it further than that right now. It's what stands out, around this. So certainly 4 points masculine, 1 feminine. Certainly by impulse, you're going to see a dynamic, projective, active person. Now, we'll get back into and all of these are rising too. All of these points are right on the rising half of the chart. So for sure, these are all being projected and put out. So this is not a follower. This is not a person who's going to follow other people. This is a person who's going to make her things happen as she sees is needed. Okay, and it's okay. So that's our main basic things. Now I'm going to bring this down. Okay, and we're going to go into our natal points and start looking at our natal points. I see if I can make this over here. Yes, good. Okay, now, so when we're looking at the natal points, we have 2 points in fire, that's the moon, 2 points in Aries for the moon, I am, and the Taurus energy. I have 1 point in Cancer, I feel. 4 points in Leo, I will. 3 points I analyze. 2 points I desire. 2 points in Scorpio, 1 point in Capricorn, 1 point in Pisces. I use, I believe. I will. Analyze, I am, I desire, I will analyze. So the willfulness and the analytical side of things are two. The analytical is another new quality coming in on top of what we've seen in the fire so far. Here's the Leo Virgo accentuation, 7. Okay, so when we get to our points, it's interesting. We have 10 points, darkness increasing. We already saw that there was the sun, moon, sun were all in the daylight increasing, but we see there's 10 points darkness increasing and 10 points daylight is greater. So we have the strong individual for daylight is greater, I, me, but I, me is moving into being more responsible, being more involved, being more committed. And my energy is distinctly 10-4, being me moving towards more commitments. I want to do this, I'll have to, what I have to do to take care of it. I want this, if I want to have this job, I need to do this. If I want to have this home, I need to do this. If I want to go for this, I'm going to need to do this. It's being projected, but it's strong. Let me do this for you. So if she wants to do something for you, it's going to be difficult to say, no, don't do it. She's going to naturally be wanting to give her energy out. That's a very unique type of person, just ready to burn energy and put it out to play the role, to make things happen. So it's moving into more and more commitments. It's not so reflect. It's not the darkness is greater response. So it's not. She's not, again, not that much of a follower, but she's moving to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of. Any responsibility, any commitment, she'll take care of it. She'll hold her part. If there's difficulty in a relationship, she would blame herself and be trying to do more to make it happen, to fix it. If you're with her and you wanted more attention, all you'd have to do is ignore her or back off a little bit. She would feel she's doing something wrong and you would get 10 times more attention instantly. Okay, so these are not, I'm just following a little, just giving a little, reading each of these categories, these number points, giving them an emphasis. Then when we see winter 2, spring 2, summer 8, autumn 2, there's 8 points in summer. It's by far the most outstanding time of the year. She's going to be more dynamic in the summer than any time because that's when the sun, Mercury, Venus all go through the summer signs and conjunct the planets. Cardinal 4, fixed 6, mutable 4. It's fairly even balanced, but by nature, she's the Leo. She's got the determination. She's going to be consistent. And not, she can change, she can make things happen once, but she's going to try and maintain the way things are a little bit more to be that consistent. So once she starts doing things, she's not going to stop. She'll want to complete it. She'll want to go at it. When we look at the fire, 6 fire, 0 air, 4 earth, 4 water. So you have some emotional, some practical, abundance of fire and enthusiasm and energy, got to be active, but 0 air. So there's not an instigation. This is not something about having to express or communicate. Communication is not her strength. Action, making things happen is. She might overcompensate to make sure she can communicate, but it's not her strongest suit. Her strongest suit is just getting things done, doing things, being active. Masculine 6, feminine 8. So even though the sun and moon are in the masculine signs, with Mercury and Venus, all the rest are all in feminine signs. So there is a reflective quality. There's somewhat of a reflective quality here. It's not totally all. I mean, if you get the charts during the war in the 40s, you'll find people with all their planets between, like in the IME signs, tremendous Leo signs, and I've had people's charts with all masculine signs and all really at the extreme, but this is not at all. This is hardly noticeable. Rulerships, the sun rules 4 planets in Leo. So it's important for her to feel confident about herself. That's important. Moon rules 1. The moon is only the Cancer ascendant. So for her identity to be secure, her moon has to be living according to her needs and her feelings, taking care of them. Mercury, her mind, her thinking. 3 points. It rules the 3 planets in Virgo. So it's like her Mercury's in Leo. So it's funny how this plays. It's important for her to have her confidence and to feel confident for her to think right. It's important for her to think right and to be aligned with what's noble for her to think right. Then it guides the Pluto, Venus, Mars. Venus doesn't have any rulership. Mars rules is 4 points in Mars. So Mars, it's really driving to do things, but again, it's ruled by Mercury, which is ruled by the sun. So you have this process. Her confidence, her Leo sun in the first house is important. When it's in place and she's confident, everything else will align properly to it. Okay, now we're going to go over the house points. So we're just going through the steps on the sheets of the 30 steps. We got to go through the house points, and as we go through the house points, we're looking to see what's the same or what's not the same as if they're reinforcing the way they came down in the house, in the signs, versus how they are in the houses. So in the houses, 2 points in the first house, identity, 2 points in values, 3 points in expression. Okay, well, this is the communication house. So already 3 points in expression, 1 point security, 1 point performance, 1 point duty, and 2 points honor. So expression, communicating through the third house is her strongest house. Even though by sign, by attitude, it's not, communication is not her strongest, is not her the first noticeable thing. But certainly she'll be able to express herself. Okay, just get your thinking. We're just looking at the points. Then we see rising, 9 points rising, 3 settings. So again, the majority is on projecting one's energy and expressing and acting on one's motive. If one's motivated to do something, one's going to go and make it happen. One feels a need, one's going to do it. So she's on go, way more. So she's not a follower. She's an instigator, not a reactor. Okay. So you have the Leo with the Aries moon, instigator, not a reactor, projecting. It would be really interesting if this sun and moon were both on the setting side. Someone has this driving impulsive energy, but will only do it to react to other people. That's a totally different nature. So anytime you want to be clear about something and you can't see it exactly clearly, you're groping, you think about the opposite, then come back and you'll see it. So above the horizon, 2 points, that's the moon. That takes all the focus. But her main energy is the 10 points below the horizon. Her lifestyle, how she lives, her personal subjective world is 10 points activated, more significant, her subjective life. So she'll hold the job, she'll do what's needed, but so she can live in the lifestyle she wants to live. Okay, if it wasn't taking care of her lifestyle, she wouldn't necessarily go out and be out there. But if she had to maintain a lifestyle, she'd go out to work, to buy her house, to get her place, to build up her own world, as long as it's taking care of what she personally needs. And that's not necessarily what we personally need, it's what I personally need. So the intuition is 7. That's the projection of one's motives. The thinking is 2. Sensation, 0. Feelings, 3. So in this quadrant, there's nothing in the 7th, 8th, 9th house in that interaction quadrant. So she's not the most natural interreaction. She's not going to be quick to respond and be interactive with other people. So like that's the counselor, the advisor, the person who goes along with it, can tune in where other people are, knows how to respond to other people. That's not her strength. Her strength is putting in what she knows so other people will react to her. So if she's going to be married, he's going to have to react to her. It's not going to come the other way around. Okay, 5 angular, 3 succeedant, 4 cadent. Here, they're all pretty even, so they can't really stand out, but perhaps the angular is stronger. So in the signs, the angular was stronger also.